Hello, and welcome to another day of Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Races. Today's settings are going to be the tournament flags for this year's main tournament, which are going to be Standard, Start, and Hard Item Pool. Today on stream, we're going to have Cassidy Moen, Professor Pixie, Wallkicks, and Sean Rhapsody. I'm Zesno, and I will be here with you throughout the whole race. And we should get underway soon. Right off the bat, there's a question about the tourney. The tourney itself, the qualifiers start in March. However, we do have the runners underway. So we are going to have all of the racers going through the standard escape. So we're not going to see too much variance here. The most important thing to really think about is what is going to happen with the bomb drops. Will they get a bomb drop before the end of escape to open the cracked wall at the end? It's also what item they're going to have to use to fight through this escape. Cane of Burna looks to be the first weapon we're going to receive. That's not great. The sword is a lot better. Okay, so they're going to be completely comfortable with this now. So we're going to have a few checks coming up. They're going to have to get rid of a few guards, open a few doors, and at that point we might see some divergence. However, because they've already cleared this, almost everyone's likely going to walk over to Kakariko. I seem to have missed what the first drop from any of the guards were, if anyone's killed one yet. So hopefully, I just saw arrows drop. I do believe that means there won't be any bombs dropping from the guards. So we're going to have to wait to see the mice. There are only two sets of drops here. The guards and the bats have one set of drops, and the mice have another. So until we get to the mice, we're not going to see another drop set. You can see a number of our runners using pots to get rid of the guards. Early, it's a much easier way to deal with them than trying to defeat them with a fighter's sword. So I guess one thing to keep in mind with hard pool is that the highest sword we're going to get is going to be tempered. There is a significantly lower maximum number of hearts. And that number of hearts is 14. It'll be maximum green mail, and we will not be seeing silvers. So that's a number of things to kind of keep in mind. So as we're seeing the guards, main all-in-chain guard here be defeated by most of our runners. They're going to take Zelda all the way back out. So as I mentioned earlier, hopefully they're going to find a bomb before the end of escape so that they can open it up. There have been... Oh, wait. It looks like Professor Pixie has a bomb. So there was a bomb drop somewhere. I'm going to assume that the guard drop actually does contain a bomb. Yeah, so there's a good comment in chat, something we should clarify. There are still 4 swords in the pool. There are still 2 bows in the pool. The first one that they find will show up correctly for the bow, and the first 3 swords will show up correctly, and the 4th one will be a green 20. With me to today I will have casting with me is Kuchiri.
Sorry
I hope
about
I
being
pronounced
late
that right.
guys. Yeah, no, Kuchiri is correct. So, I'm excited to do some casting. Sorry about being late there. Got a little bit held up. So, let's see here.
We not much to say. We do have we got the cannon burner right off the bat. We have a sword, and we're looking. We actually did get a bomb, so there is a bomb drop with the guards.
Nice.
But it looks like only 2 of our runners have bombs so far. So this could be interesting. If there is something important in the back of Escape, how do you feel with missing it?
Well, I know most of these runners, they may try to farm the rats around the bomb spot to see if one will drop a bomb. In fact, you see Cassidy actually killing more enemies than normal, just hoping for the bomb drop. Like, they may not go out of the way to get the bomb drop, but they will, you'll probably see wall kicks kill every enemy. Nope, well, actually, wall kicks is going to just come back later.
Well, the bomb we did get was from the guards. So the bomb is in the guard drop pack, not the mouse drop pack. And these runners are long past a good opportunity for that one.
Yeah, but Cassidy, who will be there's a hammer in the back of the Escape. That's a big find to have. But Cassidy won't know that. Cassidy may kill these mice. Actually, it looks like Cassidy's just going to go ahead and skip it as well. Some runners would sit and just make sure they clear out just in case. But that hammer, big grab. Nice early game temper sword damage there using we're on hard iron pull, so it will be a big help here. I believe we still get temper sword, but that's that
is actually an important difference is that you can also tell between some of the more experienced runners, because there are standard drop packs. So the moment you kill the first enemy that drops an item in a pool, they will know if there's a drop pack, or if there's a bomb in that pack or not. So as soon as they see that first item, I believe the only... I don't want to comment on which ones exactly have it, but it's the bomb, and I think it's one of the heart ones and the small magic. And if it's anything else on the first item, oh look, a lot of bombs. Yep. The runners should know that there is no opportunity for a bomb.
We have all crystals in light roll, by the way, with Harrow being a red crystal. That's usually an indicator that possibly a quicker seed if some of the longer Dark World dungeons are pendants. But yeah, no, Cassie's loading up on bombs. We found bombs in Thieves' Hideout. Bombs should not be an issue this time. But apparently we also found the mirror. Is that the mirror inside Lumberjack? That is the mirror inside Lumberjack. That's big item. It may not be required this time around. Depends on if swamps the crystal, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
I like it. Just as you're saying, we have 3 crystals in the light world. This might be a faster seed. Then you find mirror on Lumberjack.
Hey, I mean, one of the longer dungeons I was talking about was Swamp. If it's a pendant, hey, that saves us 6 minutes.
Definitely. I think overall, that's a nice drop with the full magics out of the tree. But it does lose a bit of time in routing if you don't have that mirror. Now, obviously, all the runners will have the same disadvantage, but overall on the time. You could also have something ridiculous like an important item on Mimic Cave, which could throw some of our runners into an interesting position.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, Swamp House being independent's not the only thing that will make this an Aga seed. I mean, if we have no other way to get into desert, that's a possibility.
Yep. Oh, that would be unfortunate, having to do all of Aga to get into desert.
I mean, our Master Sword could be in Mimic Cave, as you were saying earlier.
I just want to comment on Cassidy's very nice bomb Moldorm Cave there.
Oh, we have first gloves, speaking of Moldorm Cave.
Yeah. Those mini Moldorms can be extremely uncooperative with bombs. They like to see the bomb and go the complete opposite direction. And to be clear, that's not coded that way, it just feels that way.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, some days the Moldorms want to help you out, and some days they don't. Have you ever played the one-hit KO Moldorm hack? Some days you'll feel like, they're being very generous, and some days they're not. Apparently, Wallkicks found the book.
Oh, they did. The other I have no idea where that was. But the other thing to note is that glove is not only a glove, but it's also a Dark World access. Now, Cassidy doesn't have it, but as soon as the two runners on our right side of the screen find it, they will have Dark World access.
And that's a good early Dark World access.
That's kind of interesting that our two runners on the right are probably going to go to the Dark World, and the ones on the left are going to stay in the Light World until they get to do Escape again.
Well, now with the glove, a lot of runners do go straight to Sanctuary to do back Escape, which is what Cassidy's doing right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you're saying that.
No, it's common practice. You get glove and you still have back of Escape open. That's 3 items. That's one of the few one-offs high density locations after the first run, like the first sweep of CAC. Wallcakes using bombos.
Going the complete opposite way, saying, you know what, I don't want to play this bomb game. Let's just light everything on fire and walk through the room.
Hey, it works. And I mean...
So, I was just going to say, on the library ledge, I missed it the first time on the other runners, but we do have magic powder.
Not that important right now. If we find ourselves the mushroom and the cane, we can ignore that. I will not expect these runners to go back to magic powder unless they're running out of locations.
Yeah, it's something that's extremely helpful for a lot of runners in terms of health management, but as we're playing on hard mode, if these runners, well, if they're comfortable with the hard mode, they'll be okay, but if they're not, then that's even more important. We're getting 2 damn checks simultaneously here.
Man,
a little bit of a showcase of palettes.
Oh. Instead of using damn, use dang. Jeez. Getting 2 more ding? No? Okay, I tried. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we're going to see our next bit of progression going into Dark World here. That has to be the play, right?
Yeah, there's quite a bit opened up in the Dark World. The entire, well, actually with the hammer, pretty much the entire overworld that doesn't require mirror.
Or Met.
The Thieves Town is opened up. Skull Woods has a few checks. Yeah, well, the Death Mountain, of course, is going to be off limits until we find those myths.
Man, it looks like for Cassidy, it's going to be Snow Palace.
We do have a fake flipper on Wallkick's side.
Gonna check the man underneath the bridge, and San is actually going to Desert with that book. Desert, it being the crystal, we don't have a fire source, so we can't complete it. But could be possibly 2 items for our runners today.
There is also that possibility that it's boots locked, and they're gonna go into there and have absolutely nothing to do. Another bomb host in Mini Moldrum Cave. It is a pretty good strategy. It takes a while to defeat all of those Mini Moldorms. Bomb host is long, but it's not really any longer than trying to kill them manually. The hobo only had a piece of heart for us, so that's not helpful.
Alright, so we're getting them to the right side. Oh, our first bottle. Well, that's a trip back to Kakariko there.
We do have wall kicks. We do have wall kicks going for that hammer.
So Sean is about ready to get some good or bad news, depending on what's in the big chest there. Bad news. So the sounds like the other item is on Lambos.
I was watching all the other runners. So there was nothing else. Is that boost locked, or is it in the back?
What?
In desert.
No, desert's the boots is item is a compass.
Ah, okay.
And Wall Kicks first. Oh, hey, it's an Agassiz guy. It's an Agassiz. Woo! Get hyped. Okay. But we do have pendants on Ice, Pod, and Turtle Rock, which means Ice Rod isn't required this time around. But we will need to find that flute anyway, so. Multiple runners checked Lumberjack. I don't remember who did or who did not.
Yeah, there was definitely more than one check.
High Cave had nothing. High Cave had
Not
nothing.
You know, I find more often than not it's not hype. The unhype cave?
Eh. I know for at least 2 years we've been trying to find another name for that cave because rarely that does anything. Cassidy doing... Oh, this is a super late blind title check. Okay.
Yeah, Cassidy completely avoided Kakariko early. When they went back to the back of Escape, I think they did South Shore and then just went back to Escape and then did a few other things. Just getting into Kakariko now.
Sean is doing a oh my goodness, Houlihan. For some reason I just blanked on that. So I think Sean's thinking Zora's a play. He has a glove. I'm pretty sure he has a glove. I'm sure he's cleaned out many Moldorm. Looks like that's the play. Oh, Thieves Town is our other rig crystal, by the way. No, Wall Kicks was doing dig game, but I don't know what the dig game was. There was nothing.
They're just kind of looking at our items here. What would be our next nice kind of big piece of progression? What do you think?
Right now we need a fire source. That's probably the next biggest thing we need. We also probably would like to get that flute sooner instead of later, because we know basically Meyer is going to have to be cleared out. And if you get it sooner, you can abuse the fast travel with it.
Yeah, no, that all definitely makes sense. I'm sure the boots would be nice for a lot of the runners. It doesn't open up all that much, but they're just such a nice thing to have.
It's go fast. I'm surprised boots wasn't a thing for this set of tournament flags, because I know that was like one of the things everyone liked with the SG tournament, the SG Live tournament. It was all casual boots.
I mean, I think if you're looking at trying to keep the game relatively close to the original randomizer and focus on routing and execution overall, removing the boots could kind of keep it closer to the original.
But we like to go fast. Oh, we find our bow in Brewery.
That's nice. That was Pot. Of course, Pot is a pendant. But Eastern is a crystal, so it does allow us to finish Eastern. I know a lot of runners don't like going into Eastern without the bow, because if it's not in there, it takes quite a while to walk through it again.
Oh, Cassie's actually dipping Pendant Pod. No bow. So we will find out quickly if it's Bulwark. We'll see if Cassidy... Cassidy didn't get the bottle from Desert. So, yeah, no, this may be Bulwark, and this might be a quick trip. Speaking of quick trips, we do have 2 people into Thieves Town right now. It is a dungeon they can fully clear. 4 items up for grabs.
I like that play. I like you have a crystal dungeon. You have the items to complete it. The boss is, if the runners know the script, blind does do the exact same thing the first time you enter the room, every time, in every game. So if you know what to do, the fight is not all that difficult.
No, not at all. And at the same time,
Mitts. Mitts on wall kick side. That makes it a lot more important, but continue.
So yeah, no, French vanilla mitts, because you get one of the glove upgrades in this dungeon. But a lot of runners, they don't like doing blind with low health green mail, but for runners, they currently have almost a full row of hearts already with a hard item pool.
To note, they also have Cane of Burner.
They also have Cane of Burner. So this whole dungeon becomes like 10 times easier with that health and the fact that you have invisibility.
The only thing I like a little bit more is boots for the room that Wall Kicks is currently in, because this room is not fun without boots.
Oh, no.
Although the enemies were kind of kind to him there.
All right, we're going to see Zora. You know, the usual $500 investment here will pay out today.
I very much doubt it.
No, you'd be surprised. We haven't found that many key items yet, and we're kind of actually running out of location, so it is possible. I will put 30% chance that there's IM here. I
think there's still a lot of items in the Dark World we haven't gotten a good look at, so I'm going to say progressions in the Dark World.
Just arrows for, Zora.
Ooh, Cassidy going to clip it?
Yep. So, one of my favorite episodes of Simpsons where they decide to add another character to Itchy and Scratchy. I must still go. My people need me. And then just slowly rise up off the screen. Yeah.
This makes this dip make a lot more sense.
But the thing is, it is a pendant pot. If we find nothing here, Cassie just puts themselves farther behind. It's as if they have 0 seconds on the clock. That's how far behind they are.
That's very true as well. There are a lot of items in here, so I can see the play. Oh, there goes.
I must go. I love that clip. Ooh, what was Boomerang on Sick Kid?
Yeah, that's a good check, but not helpful. Professor Pixie is leaving the last chest beside the maiden. I'm going to assume she has found all of the items in this dungeon.
Yep, no, Wall Kicks did the same as well. Doesn't seem like anything big was in this dungeon. Looks like, no. Aside from the mitts, nothing
and the crystal.
And the crystal.
The most important thing in here is probably the crystal. They're going to need all 7. Ooh,
Wall Kicks breaking script there. Going to have to go back to understudy class after that. But is our first crystal winner here at 23 minutes and 11 seconds. We'll see if Pixie learned her lines better.
She's off script already a little bit as well.
Amateurs.
But that
show business.
All kidding aside, this fight can be a little bit tricky at times if you get a little off. If you bounce the wrong way, you're slightly a few pixels to the one side or the other. It can kind of be difficult to stay on script.
Well, Pixie also gets her first crystal, and Sean is dipping Skull Woods. Can't do too much in Skull Woods. We can check a chunk of the chest, but there's also that small chance that both items are in the back. We have no fire rod. Wallcakes is showing us hammer pack. It looks like Pixie and Wallcakes may be following each other for a while because of the items they found.
We are getting a peg cave check. I don't think we've seen that yet from wall kicks.
Well, this is brand new because we just got the mitts.
No, the mitts. Yeah.
Nothing there.
Not important.
I'm surprised we didn't. Actually, I'm surprised wall kicks saved and quick there. I'm surprised we didn't go grab the Smiths. We could have grabbed the Smiths and turned them in right now.
It is a little bit of a long chain. He might be thinking, let's go over to Eastern directly. If he finds the flute or something else later, the mirror will help a lot. But even if he finds the flute, he'll be able to save and quit and flute back to the village, which will still be faster.
Cassie's in Dark Maze right now. Finds $20. I don't know if any of the trackers can tell us how many items Cassie has found in Pod, or if there's been anything too talk-worthy. Ooh, big rupees in the back of Shalashala's closet. 600 rupees in the back of Shalashala's closet. Oh my goodness.
Now, Cassidy died in the dark room.
Oh.
I don't know if that was intentional or not.
So we've seen 2 hooligans and a bunch of rupee farmings from our other runners. They're going to feel really bad when they come check Shalashla when they go do Eastern.
Yeah, but it's not really nice of the runners to take his life savings.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, we're saving the world. Yeah, it's generous.
He's
generous.
He's funding the saving of the world. Well, that seems fair. Yeah, it looks like that death was definitely not intentional, as Cassidy is back at the chest going to do the bomb jump.
Hammer yump. Or
Professor. That fall is unfortunate. I was just going to say Professor Pixie is doing what you mentioned before, taking the blacksmith back. So we'll see if wall kicks gave up anything important.
Yeah, no, it's just more efficient to just grab the smith because you're saving Queen anyway to go back to the light world. Yeah, you went straight to Eastern, but you get half of this quest done while you're here.
But if you find the mirror later, then it's about the same amount of... It takes the same amount of no less time.
Oh, there's a lamp. There's our fire source. So now that opens up... Technically, that puts all of Eastern in logic now for Pixie. And that also lets us beat Desert. And also lets... oh no, we can't quite get to Hera yet. We still need either hook... We need the hook shot. Or another sword to go through Aga Tower. Oof.
That big chest in Pod ended up being nothing. Yeah, the lamp is nice. I don't know if it opens up all that much in actuality. It opens up a lot in the logic.
Oh yeah, no, and I mean this helps out a lot because now it looks like Pixie's going to go ahead and grab the chest. Hey, the lamp was good. The chest should be good too, right?
Yeah, wall kicks has gone right through Eastern without that lamp. Because a lot of these runners probably don't need it for navigation on the most part. Some rooms are a little harder, like Dark Maze can be a little bit difficult, as we saw on Cassidy's side.
I think there was nothing in the vanilla big key chest. I think wall kick sipped vanilla big key chest. Yeah, no, it looks like wall kicks just went straight to the back. So this could be a 5-minute time loss if we haven't found all 3 items. I'm sorry, I usually keep track of items. It's been a weird day. I came in late.
It's also definitely hard to track on 4 screens exactly how many items have shown up in every single dungeon.
Well, it's time to check what's in the purple chest. Purple chest! Oh my goodness! Oh, Pixie with the Galaxy Brain play gets both the lamp and the Cane Samara from doing the full Smith chain right there.
Okay, well that's important.
Someone jinxed you in chat, by the way. Like exactly as you said that comment came through.
Yeah. Well, that's well, I mean, it's the reaction, right? It's a required item. But in all seriousness, there are some runners that avoid doing that quest, but I think a lot of the other runners are going to probably do it. The question is when. At what point in their routing are they going to try to bring this back in?
Well, for wall cakes, there's nothing else on that side of Dark World for him. That's another reason why if your last thing you're doing is checking hammer pegs, you go ahead and grab Smiths as well. It's because now that little frog is just sitting in a quadrant of overworld that you've checked everything around but him.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see what happens there. Looks like Professor Pixie is going over to Easter, and Cassidy is going to be going into Thievestown. Cassidy and Sean have been relatively in sync for a lot of this race.
Yeah, right now we really need to find the boots, the cape, or the second sword. We really need to find either one of them right now, just because we're being blocked out by so much. Of course, we also need to find the flippers. Yeah, so Sean did not count the items. There was 4 before that chest, so... Hey! Efficiency. Cassie's about ready to get their mitts. Pixie's about ready to run through Eastern. So far, the dungeons, aside from those mitts, have been quite empty from what we've seen.
Yeah. So, with the runners... First, I'm just going to say with the runners all tracing over steps, I think we've seen every single one of these checks already. So I'm just going to remind everybody watching, if you're liking the show, to please do support our runners. Yeah, a little bit double post. Well, now you can follow them twice. But they're putting on a great show for us, and yeah. But I guess a question here for you, and if chat wants to join us in, where do you think the progression is going to be? Like, where at this point? Any thoughts?
No clue, honestly. I'm kind of drawing blank here. Like, I mean, we haven't checked Death Mountain yet. That might be the next play. Unless, well, no, Lamos has an IM too.
Yeah, Lanmo could be, as you said, Spectacle Rock could be there.
And Death Mountain, we can only really get a few items. Old Man, Inside Spec Rock, and Spy Cave.
So, yeah. But yeah, chat as well. Anybody, viewers, let us know what you think. Where do you take a guess? Where do you think that progression is going to be? While we watch all of our runners here do all of these checks we've already seen.
Pixie, she's going to the right side.
Oh, yeah? That's a new one.
So Wallkick skipped this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it might have just been a gamble.
So this might also be where progression is. Then we still have Pyramid. No, someone's checked Pyramid. I know I've seen someone check Pyramid.
We have a guest for boots on Old Man. That would be something. Not sure that gives us a few places though we can check. We got another guest for Ice Palace. That would be out of logic. But hey, we could have a runner go there and find something important out of logic. We have the King of What was that? I missed. Shop. Wow, fetch quest. Would you like to do a fetch quest?
So it's like one of those things where it's like, man, what if Wallcakes missed something very important? And then we'll know the answer right now, and then we still don't know the answer because it's a freaking fetch quest. Man, Sean, you are farming all kinds of money this seed, my dude.
Yeah.
Just go to Shirashula, get your $600, get your stimulus package.
We do have Cassidy finishing the blind fight. So there's the crystal. That puts all of our runners at least 1 crystal. With Wall Cakes at 2.
Pixie's about ready to join the 2 club.
Sure.
I think Wall Cakes is going to Desert now with that ride, maybe?
Maybe. So there is a question as to whether boots could be on pad. Technically, yes. That wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really. It doesn't necessarily lock anything important. Desert is not boots locked. The only time that would actually become important is if the big key is somehow on Torch in GT. That would be an extremely unfortunate combination, which is extremely unlikely.
Yeah, we need boots for the mirror, though. That's the thing.
For them. Oh, yes, we do. Yep, okay. I take that back. We do need boots. And yes, boots could be. Oh, that would.
Pixie's going pod. Pixie's going pod.
So a lot of our runners did it in the end. I think at this point, we're running out of good checks. When you think about pod, pod has a lot of items. Right? So, why not check it?
Because it's a pendant. I mean,
yeah, but like how many? Pod has 5? 6 items?
5 items, 6 keys.
5 items. Okay, I blanked on that one for a moment. With 5 items, it is probably one of the most dense, if not the most dense location of items that a lot of our runners have left. They can't really complete any crystal dungeons, so there isn't a better way to do that. So why not check?
Ammo. Ammo's like item.
Yeah, well, only one of our runners can do Landmo because only one of our runners has a fire source. It looks like only one of our runners has done that mirrorless blacksmith quest. It does put Professor Pixie in a pretty good position. However, she still has to make the right plays to take advantage of this item advantage until somebody else gets it. Looks like we're getting a catfish check from Professor Pixie.
Yep, catfish is another one of those one-offs that, you know, you either completely abandon or you take your time for and you hope that's something.
It's that check that it feels like it never has anything until you skip it.
But hey, this could be our key to breaking open the rest of the seed, though.
Very much. There really aren't that many places that could go. Here comes that catfish check. Nope. I think that's the second or third time in a row we're looking at a runner going, will they find progression? Oh, look, it's arrows. Yeah. Literally arrows.
So Pixie can do desert. We got that shovel to check. I'm saying fire rod. I'm saying fire rods on Lambo. That's just me.
I'm saying go up the mountain at this point.
And that's what Pixie's doing.
Yeah, you've got to. The Landmo, has Pixie been to desert? I don't think she has.
No,
she hasn't. She doesn't know if it's boots locked or not. She knows that the boots are going to have to show up eventually because they needed to get that mirror. It's an awkward choice because you might have to double dip desert or you go up the mountain, and at least this part of it creates a save point, and they don't have a flute yet. So if she gets hookshot or mirror later, she'll be able to do right side Death Mountain. There is a question in chat as to where Lamp was. That was on the blacksmith's mirrorless.
Nope, old man only has bombs, so whoever gets boots, they lost that bet.
But let's see, were they just adjacent? Was it Spectacle Rock? As all of our other runners are just following in each other's footsteps. The seed is putting progression, one progression item somewhere very important that no one's checking.
All right, on Spectre Rock is our Master Sword. Good thing we're going to get that mirror eventually, right? And we are getting the single arrow. Nope.
Gotta be Landmo, right? At this point?
Pixie's foregoing Spy Cave.
That's an interesting choice.
Pixie, you have the shovel. Go dig.
Oh, yeah, that too. Could be shovel spot.
Oh, I think did Cassie also skip right side? Is this a new meta that's developed to skip right side Eastern?
I've seen a lot of runners do it. Like, it's...
Why? It's one of those, you know, if you're wrong, you just lost yourself 5 minutes.
It is, yeah. I think it's probably stems from that check taking quite a long time, and so many times it's nothing. It's
like an extra, it's an extra 2 minutes to get to that location from the big chest. But
yeah,
if you miss, so boom, now you don't get the shovel. Now, if you want that shovel, you have to go through all of Eastern all over again. Whereas if you go to the vanilla big key chest, you're 2 rooms away from getting back to the big key room. You're like, you only lost 2 minutes instead of 5 minutes. There's no...
That 2 minutes could make the difference in a race, though. You skip it, you take that gamble, right? If you can pick up 2 minutes on runners of similar experience, that could give you a lot of time.
But now you just lost 5 minutes if there's something important on shovel, and you just lost period.
Yeah, well, it's a gamble either way. Cassidy finding his fortune.
Alright, so Pixie is about to get the bottle. We know that the last time was on Lamos. I'm guessing Fire Rod. Fire Rod to open up Skull Woods and to get us flippers from Skull Woods to do Ice Palace to get everything else we need to beat the game. I'd say Go Modes in Ice Palace. Oh, Wallcakes is now going to go do Smiths.
Well, he's not going to be too happy when he sees what comes out of that. But still, looking at that choice, it's something that I think a lot of runners make. Again, it's that gamble. We're actually seeing a splash delete on Cassidy's side.
Yep, no, but this has to be Hobo check. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cassie dips into ice from here.
Yeah, it feels bad going into ice with a fighter sword, but yeah, you have King of Samaria for the... Cassidy doesn't have a King of Samaria for the better routing. That said, Ice Palace Bomb Jump isn't that much worse than Icebreaker. It feels a lot worse, and it is a little bit slower, but at this point, there aren't that many dense locations left. The only risk there is if it's hookshot locked, then that sucks. Just there's nothing else about it.
Pixie's going to be going against her third crystal here.
Oh, I think we're getting the first completion of Pod on Sean's side.
Is there an item on Helma?
There must be. Or Sean miscounted.
Or he's doing the straight to boss first, then do everything in the back.
That's a long check when you don't have to complete the dungeon. I get that route on a crystal. I'm not sure. I haven't been watching that screen recently, as it was a dungeon that we've seen a lot. But well, I guess we'll see. We're gonna have to keep an eye on Sean now. The quest for the boots continues. We need the boots to get the mirror from the lumberjacks. The hammer Lanmo fight on Professor Pixie's side.
Yeah, no, not enough arrows and no rod makes this a very long fight.
Hey, at least hammer's better than the vanilla. Wallkick's having a little bit of issues with this room, and the Gibdos are giving him some trouble, and that's very fair. They give a lot of runners trouble in this room.
Ooh, we only got a green 20 off of Lamos.
Wallkick's got wall mastered. He was free and clear.
So that green 20 was male? A male upgrade?
I think that's the second green 20 we've seen, actually. So that, yeah, I would assume it's both male. Oh, it could be the other bow.
That could be it as well.
Because the first one we saw, we didn't have a bow yet, but so that was either a male or the bow. So, shovel?
Yeah, no, that's the last thing we have. The shovel.
Like, I'm trying to think of what else we have. Oh, you know what? Spike Cave.
Spike Cave, yeah. Oh no, Sean!
Oh, fairy. Okay.
Yeah, no, the waterfall fairy gave fairies.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's okay. Now here's the thing: is there something on? Actually, I guess if there is something on Helma that the other runners didn't do.
Oh my goodness!
Good. Okay. There's, that is a required item because of swamp. Oh no. Oh no.
And both Cassidy and Wallkicks have lost 5 minutes because they have to do all of Easter. And
sword on Helma.
What the frick? What?
All of the other runners that went into pod skipped Helma, and that's a sword. That's big too.
So left side has skipped a whole bunch of stuff. Right side, man, just finding value.
The big thing though is that Cassidy and Wallkicks have finished Eastern and do not have that shovel. That could be problematic. Sean has not gone in and finished it yet, so they still have a chance to full clear and get it. Professor Pixie has now made 2 very good calls.
I think Pixie's going to Ice Palace.
But, I mean, well, okay, I say 2 very good calls, and I don't want to take anything away from what I said. There really isn't that much more to check.
No. I mean, like, we're low on locations, but...
And, yeah, you know what? I think the other thing is that a lot of the runners, when they went into pod, didn't have a bow. So one of the reasons I think a lot of them skipped Helma is just because they couldn't get there.
Yeah, that's true as well. Wallcakes gets their Cane of Samaria.
And how often are you going to go back into Pendant Pod to get the one item on Helma Sword?
You're not going to do that. But, you know, it's just a
You're going to last location that.
It's the sword. It's possible we could find other swords and that sword turns into a green 20, so it's nothing.
Yeah.
Does Cassidy
it could mean we find all 4.
Does Cassidy have a fire source?
Looks like no, because Cassidy and Sean have not done the blacksmith's quest yet. There've been a few kind of really awkward placements here for these runners.
Yeah, that was we're just going to ignore that for now.
Sorry, what? What did I miss?
No, don't worry. Someone didn't try going to a fire-locked boss without fire.
Oh, you mean... hey, who's stealing my move? I've done that in Desert so many times. More than I'd like to admit.
So, Pixie now has Ice Palace, which no one wants to do with a fire sword. And Spike Cave left after this.
I'm gonna assume we're gonna see a Ice Palace dip.
Well, today Ice Palace is 4 items. 3 items inside the dungeon cell, plus the green pendant that can be exchanged for an item.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate that it's a pendant. Otherwise, it probably would have gone in earlier. Although it still might not have anything. Just because it was completable.
Now, don't forget, these are the settings for the upcoming tournament. I don't know when qualifiers start, but keep an eye out. We'll let you guys know when qualifiers start.
It's sometime in March. I don't want to give out a number because I'm not sure about the number in my head, but it is in March. Okay, a second person here is... Okay, 3 people are confirming this, so it does seem like March 21st. Because that's the number I had in my head as well.
Okay, yeah, no, you should have gone with your gut.
Well, I don't want to start telling everyone watching a date, and then it's going to come back incorrect. Because that's not so good.
I am not going calling you for a phone a friend now. I think it's B, but... Well, wait, I'm getting out the confirmations that it's actually C. But in my head, I was thinking it was C.
Going back to the game here, Professor Pixie just checked Spike Cave, and it's a green rupee.
So it has to be Ice Palace, which Sean Raspy which Soltaire is in. Praise the sun. Speaking of Dark Souls, 3 hearts, green mail, Master Sword. This is the Dark Souls of this dungeon. Early Bicky though.
It's Cassidy also having a bit of issues with this room, but gets through. That particular room with the Wallmaster and the Gibdos is a little rough. So, I think that death is intentional on Cassidy's side. Because he got the item and then needed to get out.
I think Pixie's dipping Skull Woods now.
We're still looking for a way to get to Hera. We're looking for the hookshot to finish Swamp, because I don't think anyone wants to go into Swamp without the hookshot. We need Fire Rod for Skull Woods. Almost every dungeon, I think every dungeon, we need 1 item to get
Flute
to complete it.
For Meyer.
Yep.
Fire Rod for Skull, and hookshot or boost. Yeah.
Well,
technically, we can get into Aga without the mirror or cape. Or not mirror cape. I mean the cape or. But you know what I'm getting at. It's late. It's the 11 o'clock where I'm at. This is why I don't do late night commentaries. I get loopy.
Well, it is something to actually note that if Sean finds the lamp in their game, it does put Aga into logic because they have a Master Sword.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, so it is in logic for us as commentators and viewers. However, there is no one player that actually has it in logic. So still nothing so far on Sean's side in Ice Palace. It becomes kind of awkward for these runners where they look at, I can get into 3 or 4 different dungeons I need to complete, but can't finish any of them. So now I have to pick which one I want to do.
And I think Pixie's avoiding pendants altogether. Pixie skipped Pod and decided to do Skull Woods before going to Ice Palace, which Pixie can clear both Pod and Ice Palace. Ushan, mistiming the Bombos, has to use a second Bombos to clear up the other Freezor.
Cassidy also taking a death on what looked like a trip to Catfish. That's not going to be good. There was something important on Catfish, wasn't there?
No, there was not. There was 10 arrows.
Oh, it was arrows. Okay. Wrong seed.
Nope.
But okay, well, it still feels bad because you start thinking about that as a runner, right? You're going, okay, I'm going to check this because otherwise it's going to be really out of place, and then you die and you go, well, I really hope there was nothing there.
Pixie may get herself the Master Sword here, which would then allow. Well, actually, no one's going to do Aga until they get the boots. It's a waste of time to do Aga unless you have the boots because you know there's nothing on Pyramid. But
yeah.
We will have the Master Sword if Pixie decides to clear Helmasaur.
I think this is a good play. As we were mentioning earlier, even though it's a pendant, there are 5 items in here. Where else in the world do you have 5 items in such close proximity to each other?
Swamp has 6.
Yes, but Swamp is also Swamp.
TR has 5. 6 if you count Mimic Cave.
Yes. Well, TR we can't necessarily.
No,
we don't know. We don't know if we can get into, and also we don't have the rod. The rod takes away some items too. But yeah. No, I see the point. I'm just like as thinking about if I was running through this seed.
No, there's quite a few items, right? You're just trying to commentate your high pod. You're trying to commentate your high pendant pod. I've been doing this for 3 years. I know what you're doing, my dude. Don't worry about it. I see right through you.
All the runners have done it, so they all agree with me in some way.
Well, Wallkicks is about ready to get the bad news that, hey, yeah, that one item that I orphaned. Yeah.
Oh, no. Cassidy did this earlier, I think. The same.
I think this is the Ice Palace play.
Yep.
Without Kane.
Feels bad. It's not that bad, it just feels worse.
No, what could be even worse is Hookshot being the one check we can check in Swamp once we find the boots.
Well, we also still yeah we need to find the boots to get the mirror. Yeah. Wow. Can you imagine if it's something like Boots on Pet at this point? All of this work just to everybody end up at the same place?
I feel like that cannot be the case in this situation. Because we will need, an early a hook shot soon. Actually, no. Wait. It can't be. We don't have a way to TR without either the hook shot or the mirror. And wait. This is why I don't commentate when it's late. I know why.
We can still find the hook shot.
I know why Boots cannot be on Ped, and it's because of the hook shot. I can't think of it right now. For some reason, I can't think of the reasoning behind it.
Okay, I'm just because we don't know where that is, right? We could still find the hook shot somewhere here. I don't think we finished these checks in Ice Palace. I'm not sure where the keys were to know what was key locked or what was potentially hook shot locked.
No, Sean died halfway through after skipping right side. And so basically we found out so far there's been nothing in Ice Palace. Wallcakes gained the bad news that, hey, there's a shovel, and for some reason, Wallcakes Walkix was thinking about dying, going to Pod, and finding the sword.
Well, Wallkick's going to be going over, finding the required item right here.
This might push
Sean.
Walkix to Ice Palace.
Sean is heading into Eastern. That will put them along the right track to complete, to go get the shovel as well. So we still have, I was going to say, what are we looking for to prompt that, but there's still a lot of items we're looking for.
Now, this is going to be one of those things where one of the progressions I am is probably just locking all the rest of them in a little, like, bundle.
Yeah, it felt like it was going to be those flippers from the shovel, but Ice Palace didn't get us anywhere. So, Turtle Rock?
Can't get there, though. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, we can't get there yet. Yeah, we can't. Wait. Yeah, we can't get there yet. I had to think about it for a second.
Like, yeah, no.
2-3 times.
You're having the same sleep brain I'm having right now. And it's it's because of the way to get to Turtle Rock, I don't think boots can be on head right now.
Well, if we find hookshot somewhere, they could be. It's all about where that hookshot is, but what haven't we checked? So, I feel like this is a good time. We've got a lot of viewers with us here today. Let's get some viewer interaction. Let us know where you think it could be. Outsmart the casters here because...
I mean, Green Pendant is like the only thing I can think of right now.
King's Tomb, it can't be because we need boots. We're looking for boots as well, kind of an idea. Like, we're talking the next progression. Has someone checked Agina? That's a good question. I don't remember seeing it, but I assume someone did.
Yeah, no, everyone that's gone to deserts checked Agina.
Okay. Like, wow. Wait, what? What was on Cold Stare?
We haven't fought Cold Stare yet.
Oh, sorry. I saw someone saying 2 required items. I thought I missed something. But, yeah, I guess it could be on Cold Stare still, because we haven't seen it.
I think we've seen the 3 items in Ice Palace.
I would assume so, because Sean left, however. Maybe not. We do have a cape that Cassidy picked up somewhere. I'm not sure where he picked it up, but did we get a bumper ledge check by any? Oh, there it is.
No, well, yeah, no, capes and, okay, so...
Also, Sean... Oh, sorry. Continue.
So, the 3 items are, cape, some bombs, and some rupees in Ice Palace. So, yeah, no, so Green Pendant is still up for grabs for, location. Bumper ledge is now location. We now have
Sean skipped it. I just want to say Sean skipped that chest. They went into Ice Palace, did it all, and skipped that one chest.
Let's hope that we get another menu here from Sean, because I want to say Sean had to grab it because they were all on the right side. Like all 3 items were all on the right side, like one after another. It'll be a big mistake if you skipped like one of, like, if there's 3 items in a line, you know.
Yeah, but you know, it's not tracked. There were people. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But I think Rockix is going to follow the path set by the game. Gonna go check Bumper Cave.
Pixie's about ready to get her Master Sword.
We do have a viewer saying that Sean stepped on the switch but did not pick up the item.
Okay, it has to be green pendant because bumper ledge was nothing.
Yeah, but wall kicks left without getting the green pendant. That's 2 runners that have been in Ice Palace, leaving items left in there.
So speaking of wall kicks, leaving, wall kicks has forfeited. Skip. So I understand where wall kicks come from. When you make so many mistakes in a row, like you skip the shovel, you skip, doing smiths, you skip the green pendant, where now that's where our progression is. It does get to you. It does get to you. So.
Yeah, I fully understand it. I know that we actually have wall kicks with us in chat right now. So I just want to say, everybody's doing about the same as you. There's, apart from the skipping that eastern chest, everybody else is not really any farther along. Actually, I think wall kicks also had more items than some of our other runners at the moment. Okay, so Professor Pixie in Hyrule Castle.
Oh, no one's done Hyrule. Oh no, is this Aga?
This is the Aga play. Yeah, we're in a standard seed. Everyone's done Hyrule Castle.
Sorry, it's been over an hour, and I wasn't even here for that.
Yeah, no, everyone's done it. This is just a play, I guess, to get it cleared. If it you mentioned earlier not to do this without boots. It could just be also some time just to think. Well, it needs to be done. You're thinking about your routing.
Pixie's been through. Pixie knows all she has left is IP. And she probably just wants to get this done so she doesn't have to do it right away because no one wants to do Ice Palace.
I do have to bring some attention to Cassidy in on Cold Stare.
So we know Cold Stare is not going to have an item per se, but the green pendant is our next progression.
Yeah, I think it has to be almost at this point. We even had someone check Spike Caves. Oh! That's unfortunate. I think he still has a fairy? Nope. Cassidy taking a death on Cold Stare. That's hard pull. So this is a good time to bring up. We are on hard pull. There's a maximum 14 hearts and green mail. So enemies hit hard.
Okay, so Cassie's decided, let's see if there's something on Bumper Ledge, because, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Probably also needs to get some potions for the next trip down.
This seed has put a lot of items in really unfortunate places.
This is not a fun seed. I mean, I'm sure Chet's having fun with this seed. So I'm pretty sure Chet's already excited for this tournament.
Yeah, so a little bit of a taste of what you could see coming up in March going into the tournament. Now imagine the runners of this thinking about, oh my god, is this what I'm going to be signing up for? Sean got Lamp. Got the Blacksmith, so that's our third runner to finally do the Blacksmith's chain.
Yep, nope, so Blacksmith train's going on. Cassie's going to be happy getting the Cane of Samaria. Is going to make the second trip through Ice Palace quicker.
So 2 runners on Blacksmith's chain and 1 on Aga.
Oh yeah, let's play the blue ball game. Sort of put up the predictions.
Yeah.
So
yeah, quick.
So
sorry, you go.
Aga has a set attack pattern, whole bunch of 50-50s with attacks 2 through 4. Text 1 and 5 are the same. There could be blue walls. Guess between 1 and 15. There's a 1.
Yeah. What? Do you have a normal guess? Something
No.
you say?
No.
I normally guess 4. 3 is generally the most common, but for whatever reason, I do 4.
I made a joke once of it was going to be 15. It came true.
Ooh!
They haven't talked to me since.
That's 2, but yeah. 3?
I said it! No, not again!
Well, well, it can't be 15. It can't be at this point. There have been too many that haven't. There have been a few. I think I said 3, right?
You said it's usually 4.
No, but I think this has been 3 so far.
Yeah.
And it's 3.
It is.
So, as I mentioned, 3 is the most common number there, so.
Alright, so I think this is the Ice Palace play now for Pixie.
I want someone to check green pendant.
No, that's our progression. And so we know the next dungeon based on what we find from this green pendant too, by the way.
This, we have a lot of viewers talking in the chat about routing and doing, and honestly, all I can say is this is what happens when every option is terrible.
I want someone to save this, find a few people that are runners that, doesn't know the seed, and I want them to do a spoiler log of this just to see, how you were supposed to do this efficiently. I would love if this was in a spoiler log tournament.
This would be nice in a spoiler, but oh wow, is it not in this particular setting? Cassidy seeing that extra sword up there, knowing that he'll be able to get it once he eventually finds boots.
But yeah, no, depending on what green pendant gives us is going to be our next piece of rhyme.
If it is boots, it could be a required Helmasaur and a required Cold Stare for progression in pendants.
Well, you get the cape from Ice Palace anyway, so that's.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's your I guess access.
That's true. Then just Ice Palace. Although depending on where that, I guess there's 2 more swords. Odds are someone will find another one eventually.
Yeah, no, that Helma can easily turn into a green 20 if we find other swords.
Definitely could make a bit of a difference though if someone had been on Master versus Tempered in the end. Cassidy still has not found the Master Sword. Could end up on Master instead of Tempered by the end. Cassidy going to go find the Cane of Samaria.
Oh, Pixie's playing Ice Palace as if she's going to abandon Ice Palace if she gets the chance.
Yeah, no bomb jump, no bomb jump, no icebreaker.
Yeah, no, runners will do this if they are fully expecting to not finish the dungeon.
Is it any faster than just doing icebreaker and getting the items?
It makes it to where you don't have to do any tricks and you can just run through the dungeon. I mean, an icebreaker also lets you run through the dungeon, but you have to do a trick to do it.
Yeah, it's not too difficult of one, in my opinion. But depending on whether people have learned it, I think Professor Pixie has. But maybe not.
Sean's trying Cold Stare out right now.
Hey, here we go. You know, Sean skipped cape again.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
So, well, there's that. So, for Sean, that helmet sword is going to be a required kill, looks like, because they're not going to have a cape to get into Aga's tower.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Sean gets the kill, though.
Yeah,
Right?
going to be the first person with a green pendant.
Oh, this also puts Sean in the lead progression-wise.
Wow, that's... You know, this is what we were talking about. You make a mistake or you make some bad routing in this seed, it really doesn't matter because everybody else has done the exact same thing. How many people are really routing Ice Palace Green Pendant first? Cassidy, you need a key. Okay. Just pushing up against the door.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so where are we going for our next dungeon? We're going to find that out right now.
Let's see, what is it? And it is hook shot.
Oh, so that means that gives us Hera access and Dark Death Mountain access. And that's about 8 plus 6.
A lot.
Plus, we also get the tablet up there, 15 plus 2 items in here, 16 items. My goodness,
Yeah.
It's like the seat opens back up again.
Except it's all in one basic location, so everybody's still going up the mountain. It's a lot of checks, but everyone's going to make the exact same line. They can't even go up the left side because there's no mirror, so everybody will be hookshotting over to East Death Mountain.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It's become very linear.
Alright, Pixie's going to go get the green pin. Oh no, Pixie! No!
Fairy?
Okay.
Fairy. Okay, I think that's the last fairy from all of our runners up. Unless they pick up another one. Just to trick us. Yeah, it is important to also note in terms of the lead and Sean getting the hook shot that Professor Pixie has completed Desert Palace.
Sean just has to kill Lamos though, so with the flute in the mirror, Sean could just go straight to the back, can do Mire Desert at the same time.
Yep. Just something to watch there. I think I definitely agree. I think Sean has the lead, but we'll see about how much. Where is... Oh no. Cassidy's going in for the shovel? No? Change of plans?
Going in for the Master Sword?
Those are... Well, the Master Sword actually isn't required, but it feels a lot better. Not sure it's going to be worth the entire time investment, but it will make that Cold Stare fight a lot better.
Oh man, an hour 20 Paradox Cave. This has not been a usual seed. Have magic in!
There it is! Not that that's particularly helpful, but I guess it could have helped with the burn-up, but that's about it.
Well, it also could have helped with, Ice Palace. And we get a piece of heart. We get the blue bottle.
That helps.
It does help. We also get another green 20. Bombs. A green bottle.
Bottle cave.
Hera Bottle Cave. Oh my goodness, Pixie. Pixie, no!
Speaking of
Oh my goodness.
blue potions being helpful, that would have been a really good time for one. That is unfortunate. Professor Pixie pausing on the items. I think thinking about what to do next. No, that's not it.
God, no, doesn't have enough magic to get back to Cold Stare. So this is probably going to be checking Bumper Ledge to get the same info we all know.
Aren't there some magic pots in that dungeon?
There are, but deep in, and there's not many big pots. It's not like it's not. If you have no magic going to that dungeon, you're not getting far.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the pots. That's why I was. Okay, well, we get Sean doing some U checks. Fast Picky probably goes up. But and we got Cassidy going to Helmasaur. Looks like we're getting a bomb.
Parapot.
Parapot, yep.
Which I don't think Sean can Parapot because I think there's something about if you pick up an item, you lose something. I don't know. I don't know the semantics behind this trick.
There is an issue if you pick up an item while it's in the air sometimes, but it has to be in the air. I'm not sure if there was if that occurred or not.
Nope,
there it is.
You get Serapot second try. I got the big keys, so not really skipping anything. Probably could have got up here faster, but hey, swag. Oh my goodness, There's the fire rod.
That's important. Okay, well, now we know where we are going next.
We're now boots away from go mode.
Well,
Boots
that also depends on the Meyer medallion.
Yep, boots and possible. Well, flute. We also need flute. Sorry.
Oh yeah, flute. Oh, see, I saw the Meyer medallion, but not the flute. Okay, well. I'm happy. There's one of our viewers saying that they love this seed. You know, as a commentator, I can agree, and I am so happy I'm not playing. Because you got to give it up for these runners. Like, they're putting on a good show, and what is a not nice seed.
No, this seed was not nice. This seed was a lot like a Super Metroid Zelda 3 seed that I was going to commentate before it got canceled.
We do have a second forfeit on stream. Cassidy has forfeited.
Yeah, no, this has been the seed has been taking some names today. We actually have lost 5 of our 17 runners to the seed.
Yeah. So there is an item in basement. So we've got Sean going back in. This has been a seed. That's all I can really say. Professor Pixie going for pet check? Could that be something? Could it be flute?
Yeah, no, I mean this could be a pet check. I don't see what could be on pet though.
Flute?
Yeah, flute could be on pet.
Could be flute.
Nope, nothing.
Well, for any viewers hoping for a important pad, no. On the other hand, a lot of our runners are going to have already completed 2 of the pendant dungeons, so you're getting about as much out of that as you were going to anyways. So where is Professor Pixie going now? Yeah, back to Ice Palace. That makes a lot of sense.
The green pendant is the only thing we have left. I mean,
so yeah. Where's Sean heading now? I don't think we've gotten. Did we see the Dark World checks?
Nope, because we have no mirror. It's faster to do all your Light World checks than Dark World checks.
Makes a lot of sense. I assume then we've seen Spiral Cave because Sean didn't take it back down to that portal.
Well, TR's bombos. We can check one item in TR if Sean really wants to. Or, well, actually, no, we can check more than one item. We can go.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
Yeah.
There's a lot more. We actually have fire rods, so we can check that side as well. There's quite a few items we can get to now. Choosing to do the overworld first, I think that's probably a better play. There's a lot more items and a lot more well, not more items, but they're more dense. Actually, there are more. There's 6 here. Haven't seen anything of importance on Sean's side yet. So we're looking for the boots and the flute. So let's get our viewers. What do you think it's going to be? Boots or flute? Give us a shout in chat. There's a comment of Mirror. Well, we know where Mirror is. We need boots for that, but yeah.
So Sean can actually check all the stuff in TR here. I mean,
it's another. Well, let's do another pennant. So, how about this? Boots on Trinix?
And we still need Ice Rod.
Still, we could get about as close to a pet seed as we could possibly get without having had something on pet. I do have to say this is definitely something.
All right, Pixie, round 2 against Cold Stare.
Yeah. So looking at the guesses, it seems like I think we got Flute saying, and we got some other people saying we're going to get Shield for progression, but
Shield
that unfortunately, I know that was done as a joke, but I do like that comment, so I'm gonna shout that out. Shield unfortunately does not get his progression for anyone who might be newer or is learning the game. That gives us runners absolutely nothing except potentially logical access to a laser bridge, because if they were missing invulnerability items, but they both have them. So, okay. We have actually one of our trackers. We haven't showed a demo. They've been doing a good job with this Oh, whoa! Wait.
Pixie died again.
Yeah, but wasn't... Oh, I guess I thought Cold Stare was exploding already.
Nope.
That's... Wow. Okay. Well, that's really unfortunate. Yeah. So I was just mentioning our trackers today. Arteril and Sorcerer Finch, who've been doing a great job of keeping track of what is an extremely messy run. Just the routing and choices. Just kind of checking one thing. So thank you to our trackers. But pointing out, what if Flute is in Mimic Cave?
No, that'll be horrible, and I don't think anyone will be finishing it tonight, except the... Yeah. Jeez.
Like, wow, that would... I don't even know what I would do at that point. You complete everything else, you get boots somewhere, and then you find out that your last item is in Mimic Cave. Last location, that... For the runner's sake, I'm going to hope that doesn't happen. And this, we've seen Cold Stare take a few people down today, and you can see what Hardpool does to this game. Under Green Mail, Cold Stare hurts a lot.
Well, at least Pixie has the money to refill everything again.
Yeah, one good thing about how much money has been in this seed.
There's the flute. Oh boy.
Ooh,
okay.
Ooh, that's a location. So, you know what? All 3 pendant dungeons had something for our runners. I think the only thing in Ped was that sword, but still?
Yeah. I mean, that sword could easily turn to a green 20 if we find the other sword outside somewhere.
Yeah, but on the other hand, we haven't seen any other swords for quite a while. So I'm curious where they are. And 2, just generally, do you want to run this seed with Fighter Sword?
We're just missing 1 sword right now.
Wait, we're missing 1?
Yeah, because the 3rd sword is on Spectacle Rock.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, we'll get that one eventually, but... you're seeing Sean do the Cane of Burna for this. It is a lot more difficult to bypass these lasers without boots. Or Mirror Shield. It is possible.
And nothing there. Okay.
Saving. Oh, yes. It's like, why are you saving Quinn? We don't have Ice Rod, so that is a not completable dungeon, which is why Sean is backing out of it.
So we can now flute to Meyer to find boots on Victorious.
Well, yeah, I think we're going to see Skullwoods first.
That's possible. Either way, he's walking over here to activate the flute. Oh, Skullwoods has no items left? I mean, he can still clear out Skullwoods for the crystal.
Oh. Yeah, I guess without an item, you could probably do Meyer first. Just in case you find something like a Tempered Sword, because that can really help with Mothula, because Mothula is another fight that's not great. This is a wonderful seed. Happy to see our chat keeping up, trying to keep guessing and finding new locations as the runners clear them out.
Sean's going to go ahead and do desert now.
Yeah, there's some guesses into left side swamp. Yep, that's another one. Something our runners don't really want to check, but they're going to be checking everything today. Yeah, it is a point that unfortunately there really can't be anything of importance in Swamp. The only thing that would theoretically potentially be nice is a sword, but since we know there's a sword on top of Spectacle Rock, they're not going to be really worried about that. They're going to know where the third sword is, and they'll grab that before they go into GT. This is so crazy, I almost forgot where Hookshot was. So just a reminder, Professor Pixie is looking for this green pendant to get the Hookshot. Sean taking out that Desert Palace that we mentioned earlier. They had not yet completed that. Gonna do it with a Fire Rod, which is a much more friendly fight than everybody else had. Nice quick kill. Professor Pixie back in Cold Stare. Let's give her some support.
Alright, so try number 3 against Cold Stare for Pixie here. And Sean is going to go ahead and go into Meyer now.
Watching this Cold Stare fight is looking okay.
I think that was Quake. Yeah, that's Quake for Meyer.
Okay, so we can get in. That's important.
So we are just boots away from go mode.
Come on, Professor Pixie, you've got this. Using the cape.
One eye down, 2 eyes down. Come on.
You got it. Got it. Yes, in the corner. And
third eye
there it
down.
is.
There we go.
And Cold Stare is good. Moving on. That's great. Got to give support to all of our runners today. The ones that are still going and the ones that have forfeited. They put on a good show. This is a really rough seed. So, yeah. So Pixie's going to go over to Green Pendant.
Get the hook shot and we'll be doing all the checks that Sean did up in Death Mountain.
Fortunately, is going to be a little bit behind due to a few deaths there in Ice Palace, but those happen, especially in Hardpool.
Early Big Key and Meyer, that's a good sign.
Of course, when we're not in go mode, it's always the first chest. When you're in go mode, it's in Big Key, all the way at the back of the dungeon.
You know, people want to say this is one of the worst seeds in a while. Oh no, not the mushroom! Not the mushroom!
Here comes another fetch quest? Did we even found both? Sean just making a play to the boss first and then gonna come back, I guess, for the other item?
It's faster to do it this way. So instead of like in Eastern where it costs you a whole bunch of time, the time-consuming portion of Meyer is just getting to the boss. So if you go to the boss, find an item there, that's good. If not, then you just check the rest of the items without really losing time. No, but the worst seed I think I've ever commented was a required triple dip of Ice Palace on an SMZ3 seed. You've heard me right, required triple dip of Ice Palace.
Yeah, that's always great. Kind of stuff you see in Key Sanity.
But see, in SMZ3, like, they find the item, then they have to go into a completely separate game, run 10 minutes into wherever that item opens up to find another item to get them deeper into Ice Palace. To find another item to get them deeper into Super Metroid.
Yeah. So here comes the Vidi fight. So the easiest way to defeat Vitreous is with silver arrows, which our runners will not have because of hard pool.
No, we also have invincibility and swords. My favorite thing to do is just dash around with the cape. We don't have the boots yet, but you know.
I think with Master Sword, it's still more efficient to swing, I think, but I'm not sure. At least while there's a lot of those eyes and you're getting that. I'm not sure though. And there's that. Bow still being the easiest way to take down the main eye because it basically just freezes in one place.
Alright, we're not done with Meyer yet.
Nope. Now, if it's not here, let's just say it's not here.
We got Mushroom, which we can use Mushroom for fake powder. Well, no, actually, I wouldn't even bother fake powdering because it won't give us the boots. And boots is our go mode right now.
Yeah, did we check checkerboard?
Okay, how can we check checkerboard?
Oh, mirror, yeah. This, you know, the seed's doing it to us, too. This seed is putting the routing all over the place. So, yeah, Mushroom? If it's not in here, I guess.
It has to be the boots that come up next. At least if it's the boots, it's a fast go mode from that point. Fast-ish. I mean, Sean still has to clear Aga 1, but...
That's actually a good point. Which ones are our red crystals today?
Oh, that was Hera and Thieves Town. We do have... oh, no! Well, we're done with Meyer.
Not here. So we can potentially get the Pyramid Fairy.
So, check in Mushroom. Again, without going to do powder because you need boots for powder and all we're looking for is boots right now. And Mushroom is our fourth and final bottle. Okay, well. Pyramid Fairy or Spiral Cave? I'm done with this scene. Can commentators forfeit as well?
This is just amazing. Like, everything that's happened in this siege, it just doesn't end.
This is the sea that will not end. It just goes on and on again.
Like, this is incredible. Yeah, if you know anyone that plays seeds, that you'll send them. This is a good one to send. If you want them to take a very, very long time, this is an incredibly confusing seed.
I still don't even know what would be the most efficient way. Like, this is why I want to see the seed as like a spoiler log, because I just want to know the fastest possible way to beat the seed.
This has just been great. You know, when you think about it, an hour and 45 minutes in, it's felt longer. Like, just every time the runners turn around, it's another wall. Like, there's nothing.
Oh, it's Pyramid Fairy.
Oh. That's what I mean. You leave one location, you come back to it, it's got nothing. You leave one location, you forget about it, and it's got the item you need. Like, there's just no... This seed has been incredible. I'm just going to comment that this is still very much a race. There are no completions.
Well, and now Pixie's technically, depending if Pixie decides to go do Pyramid Fairy right now, could possibly take the lead from Sean.
There is still a full Mire difference.
It's a full Mire difference, but it's a God Mire. If Pixie's in go mode, Pixie God Mires, and that's it.
It definitely catches up a lot of time. I think this
is a rupee.
Yeah, single green rupee, I believe. That's not going to help, but good to check.
The Pixie might go to PR like Sean did.
Doesn't Turtle Rock... Turtle Rock has the flute.
Oh yeah, Pixie does need to get that flute.
Yeah, no, there's still quite a bit of... Still quite a bit of things that Professor Pixie needs to do to catch up.
Alright, Strawn is doing Pyramid Fairy now. This has to be the boots. There is no other progression.
I'm trying to think of, is there another location we haven't checked?
No, we've seen everything. We've seen everything except for Trinex at this point.
Oh, can you imagine Ice Rod?
Yeah, no.
After everything else the seed has thrown at us,
I wasn't here at the start of the seed, and I won't be here for the end of the seed if that's the case. Man's gotta sleep. It's midnight. I gotta be up at 7.
This is just like if it's that, like I could see the seed doing it. The seed has been doing it to or throw a powder. We got a comment in chat. Throw a powder in there too.
Powder is in library.
Oh yes.
Powder.
Yes, we won't see powder. Okay, so it can't be that. There's really no other chains. This has to be Ice Rod or it needs to be boots.
This has to be boots. This has to be boots.
You're just putting that. No way, it's Ice Rod.
This has to be boots.
Here it is, and
oh my god! And at 1 hour 47 minutes and 18 seconds, Sean Rhapsody is in go mode.
Oh wow!
Now has to run through Aga 1, get the mirror from Graveyard Ledge, beat Swamp, beat Skull, and that'll be all Shay wrote.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. I mean, there's a bit of a sigh of relief as a runner there, I think. If I was going into that Pyramid Fairy, you look and you're going, oh, please don't be the Ice Rod. Like, just at this point, don't be the Ice Rod. We still haven't found that. Oh, go.
Well, we're still missing one of the swords, but we've seen so many green 20s pop up.
It's the hearts. It is a maximum 14 hearts.
So Sean's in go mode because he knows where the mirror is. Go mode isn't when you grab all the items. Go mode is when you know the path to victory.
I guess technically we could say it's a no mode because he doesn't have it yet.
No mode is when commentators know where all the items are in the runner zone. I don't know how many times I have to explain this in the last 3 years, but go mode is when you're in go. You're not checking any extra checks. Sean is not going to grab any chests like that's not in his way in Swamp. Sean's going to skip the bridge check and Skull. If there was actual checks in Aga, he'll be skipping those right now as well. Because he's going to the end of the game. He's in go mode.
Oh, taking a little bit of a hit. That guard needs a raise. That was a good guard. Promotion to red guard?
But here's the thing, that guard is now dead.
It's just gone. Guard will be back. Look, if we do this all again, watch Professor Pixie's screen. The guard will still be there.
No, Pixie's already beat Aga. Pixie's guard is dead.
Well, the next seed you see, the guard will be back. The guards never go away forever.
That's the guard's nephew that he, pulled some strings to get the job. The nephew doesn't know he's replaced his uncle's spot after being brutally murdered.
Sorry, comment in chat. No mode, spelled with N-O, is when you say the seed sucks and no boat. That's, you know what? That's fair. This seed, and you can see that like this seed's just been rough. Like, wow. These runners have persevered, and again, for the show that these runners are putting on, all 4 of our runners that participated today, do give them a follow, give them a little bit of support. It's rough to come up and get on a big channel and watch, have everybody watching you, especially on a seed like this.
I mean, yeah, Wallkick said in chat he didn't join expecting to quit, but it's just the seed. That's what it does, and especially like if you're on tilt, it just gets worse for you. So, yeah, I mean, it was a rough seed. So we know there's going to be 3 blue balls for Sean if there's no orange balls missed.
Yeah. As Professor Pixie is going to find the flute soon, but unfortunately that's still going to put her quite a bit behind Sean at this point. That said, there's still a lot to come, and as we mentioned, we are going to be staying on Greenmail the entire time, so things can happen. Yeah, if you're liking the
Normally, like, hard iron pull seeds aren't this bad. Like, it doesn't change where the progression lies. Like, this progression set would have been there even if this was an easy item pull seed and we had quarter magic.
Yeah, it's not about item placement, it's just about the items that you get. It makes some of the bosses more difficult, keeps you low on health, but
these item locations for this seed were how they were just so spread. I guess the best way to say it.
Yeah, they were placed in really terrible locations. I am curious to know about Sean's final heart. If it's a heart piece or a heart container that's left.
When he pauses, we can see if he's collected pieces of heart.
Because there is a maximum on both, is the way that the heart pool works. So it's individual caps on them. If you're liking the content of this race, keep an eye out for there's going to be a lot more of these seeds coming up, and then the tournament will be on as well.
Alright, so it looks like Sean's doing Swamp first. Being it's a go mode swamp, you just run straight to the back. Pixie has the flutes. We'll see if Pixie decides if she is going to go to the end of the dungeon, which honestly you should. You don't want to take a gamble that the boots are on Laser Bridge. Oh yeah, no, it's a heart piece. Because we know... Well, no, wait. That could be... We could pull Ped, and that could be a green 20.
Yeah. Because it will change. Ooh, Professor Pixie gonna be doing this one twice. That happens.
Yeah, those green 20s are still the items. They're just green 20s now.
Yeah, so until we hit the cap, they will always show up. And even, I think it'll still read that way.
Yeah, no, it'll still read that way.
Even if you're at max.
Yep.
Watching Professor Pixie navigate the dark room. Unfortunately, Professor Pixie is going to be getting to the end and finding out there's nothing here. But she'll be going with Cape Strats instead of Burnout because she has Cape. I'm curious with Sean skipping that ice balls trick twice.
I wonder if he even knows he skipped that check.
I don't know. If they join for an interview, that'll be something to ask.
Alright, so Pixie... We know Pixie needs to do Pyramid Fairy, but more than likely Pixie will be going to Meyer first.
Commenting in chat that someone's not entirely convinced this isn't a Plando. Yeah, that's... With how this seat's played out. You know what? If it was, you probably would have had an Ice Rod in Pyramid Fairy.
So, about 2 years ago, I once commentated a seed that had Moon Pearl at the end of every single fetch quest. Like, it was like one fetch quest to another, to another, to another.
Oh, God.
And this is back on SRL days where people could talk while the race was going on. And someone was like, is this a Plando? And then suddenly 6 people quit because someone talked.
Yeah. Okay, so, hookshot Master Sword fight here on Argus. Doing this with Master Sword is not something I like doing. It can get a little tricky. That was a nice double. Doubles can kind of get hard, because it's hard to keep your sword charge after the first one comes at you. We should be seeing Professor Pixie go into Meyer just as Sean is finishing up Argus. No silvers to do the quick kill here, but
no, with
very quick with the fire rod.
Yeah, no, the fire rod's the original quick kill. NMG, the way before like the randomizers, you know, started coming out, the NMG was to get the fire rod and kill Argus that way.
So we have a better shield. That's not going to particularly help our runners too much. So Sean will be heading over to Skullwoods for the final dungeon. For the final crystal, I guess I should say. Professor Pixie in this second Meyer room. Those whiz ropes can be a real pain. If you get slightly off your usual time, it makes that fight significantly longer.
So Pixie's going to see that this is a God Meyer. See if Pixie goes for 2 items before V or goes straight to V.
Yeah, so there's some confirmation in chat, and I see it in the room as well, that we have had some finishers now, but we're going to keep going.
Sean's now on Mothra. Pixie, what did you grab the flute? Dig Donger is not a boss in this game.
Oh, Sean has completed the final dungeon.
Chess 18.
So yeah, so you know there are a lot of runners today, as we've
20.
mentioned. We do have 17 runners, so we're not going to be doing an official game. However, please do put in your guesses in chat. What chest do you think the big key will be in Ganon's tower? It can be anywhere from 1 to 22. So you normally, what's your
I
guess
normally
normally?
go for 5. I'm going to say it's after Armos this time.
My guess is normally 8, so I'm gonna go with that.
No, with this how the seed's been going, it's
21, 22.
It's going to be after Armos for sure.
That's where you get tile room, and you just check it first because you know the seed has been. Unfortunately, there is no connection between how bad the seed has been before this to where the big key will be, but sure feels like it sometimes. Getting a lot of guesses in today. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, 27 wouldn't happen, but yeah, this seed has been kind of mean. So we do have Professor Pixie going to the back.
No, Pixie's already found the 2 items, so it won't be a double dip.
Having a little bit of trouble with the placement of that. There it is.
And at the 2-hour mark, we have our first restreamed runner into GT.
God.
Agreed.
That's on a standard seed too. Like there's nothing. This isn't a tricky seed. This isn't a. They're not. I don't want to say tricky seed, but the settings aren't anything extreme. Something like an entrance or something that would generally lengthen the game. The placements were just kind of rough.
All right, chess 1.
20.
That has to be a piece of art. I'm assuming the last like dozen green 20s we've seen have been pieces of art.
As that was the fourth sword.
No, that could have been the 4th sword too, because we now have the 3 is the key.
So that's 3. Wow. And just a quick look over at Pixie's screen. She is going into the boss fight.
With an empty bottle.
Got a green.
Small key for 4 and 5. Green 20. Oh my god. There's the green 20. This is way past my bedtime. So
3, 7.
Yeah, 7's nothing. Yeah.
So something to say with Professor Pixie's screen, just to explain something. As you are swinging your sword, your magic doesn't really drain while you have your cape out. So that was that strat there. You just keep swinging your sword, and your magic just barely goes down. Combine that with half magic, and you can pretty much go for an entire fight.
Well, 8 was nothing. We're going to see 9 now. Alright, so hopefully Pixie knows she needs to go do Pyramid Fairy. 9's a red 20. 10 is going to be another green 20, 11 green 20, 12 red 20, green 20.
Yeah, we must be on pieces of heart, so there must be one full heart left somewhere in the world.
I feel like that hard mode, the term is going to go down to people calling green 20s left and right. That was 13, yeah. So next one's 14, Bob's chest.
Is it?
Yeah. Because Firebar room is 9, randomized room is 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 14, which is nothing.
Oh, yeah, I missed one. Yep, yeah.
So,
I forgot the fire snake room.
So this is going to be 15, 16, 17, and, you know, more than likely the big key is going to be on the right chest.
So, a little bit of a burn strat here. A nice heads-up play, looking at I have 11 arrows. I don't have silvers. I don't want to go use them all right now on Armless Knights.
Red. And boom, there it is. So I think that was 17.
I want to say 17 as well. So, Irritable Penguin. You get a shout out today for getting the right number. Congratulations.
Your prize is there really a prize after today? Is there a prize after today?
And there's the oop. And there's that. Okay. Into room 2. So this room does have some arrows if Sean needs them. They are available. Yep. Gonna pick them up. Getting a decent placement for the Mimic there. While Pixie is on her way to the Mothula fight.
Mothra is not being kind. If you accidentally knock Moth into any of the spikes, you actually negate the damage you do. I want to blame Playtester for complaining about how easy that boss was because they could just keep on hitting them into the spikes. That caused Nintendo to do that.
I mean, it makes sense because Mothula flies directly over the spike, and you have to make Mothula invulnerable to the spike itself. And they just didn't. They just coded it that way. Is there another item here in Skullwoods? Pixie's looking for something.
No clue. Pixie might have forgotten.
What is she?
Pixie still hasn't done Pyramid Fairy.
I don't know if that's mismarked. Okay, good kill there from Sean. While we're all watching Pixie here.
I think Pixie forgot about Pyramid Fairy.
I don't know where she's going. Ooh. Once again, Wizrobe's very annoying if you're off your initial timing. Yeah, she's rechecking chests. That's not a good sign. Come on. Remember about Pyramid Fairy.
Sean's almost done with GT. With the home stretch, let's have to deal with Moldorm 2 and Agate 2.
Pixie's going the wrong way. No, go back. Go back.
On the plus side, we have not found Ice Rock, so it can't get that much worse.
And Mimic Cave is still closed until we find the boots. So can't be that either.
Sean makes quick work of Moldorm 2.
Is this a spike cave check? No. Did she leave an item in Hera Basement?
Maybe.
There is an item in Hera Basement. It wasn't anything important, but there was an item in Hera Basement.
Now, Sean's on Agate 2, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, yep. Hera Basement. Wow. That's all I can really say.
Apparently,
Wow.
Ether was in the post-Moldorm chest. And Sean's now going to get... I'm surprised. I can't believe we're actually seeing the pig tonight. For a while there, I didn't think this was going to happen.
Yeah. This seed has been something to watch. And all I can say is I'm very glad I wasn't playing. To answer a question in chat, we did only find 3 swords. No idea where the 4th.
We also
Well,
have no
actually,
idea.
there could have been one in GT, I guess, but we don't know where the 4th sword might have been.
Well, some of the people who are asking about the 4th sword are runners, so...
Yep.
Top of the cave. Oh, top of Spectre Rock.
Yep. And yes, those are the ones we saw on stream as well. After this seed, I don't blame people for being tired. But as we go into phase 3 here for Sean. And there's our reminder that we have no silvers. Gonna get torch glitch. If you light the left torch before the right one goes out, the right one will never go out. And right away, Sean gets a little too early of a hit on Ganon.
Just have to do 12 spins. 12 spins, it'll be all over.
There is an extremely tight window that you can get this damage in. However, the spin takes a lot of frames to complete. And as long as any one of them hits that particular frame, you're fine. That's why this is not too difficult with a sword and very difficult in swordless modes with a hammer.
Alright, Pixie's in go mode at 2 hours 14 minutes. All Pixie has to do is swamp, but get your GGs in chat! Get your GGs, all the GGs in chat.
Yeah, for the completion, Sean Rhapsody has completed this, defeated Ganon, and has walked across the bridge and has finished with an official race time GG time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 29 seconds. Sean does finish in 6th place in this race.
Finishing in first is Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, the 158.56. This is how you know this seed was garbage. It was when the top finisher of a standard seed is a 158.56. Following Scruff Ninja Tuna, Slumberjack with a 159.08, Incoherent with a 201.41, Ganon is Gone Wild with a 202.03, and Brewers Fan JP at 204.09. As you said before, Sean was about 10 minutes behind that with a 214.29. We still have 6 runners in the race, including our someone we cheer on, Pixie here.
And it looks like we will be getting Sean in for an interview. GG's, Sean.
Thanks.
Any initial words on the seed?
That was a thing.
That was a seed.
That was a thing. Yeah. That was a thing. Was the official comment? Yes. So there's already a question in chat for you, and we gotta ask. You skipped the chest in Ice Palace twice. Was that on purpose?
I didn't realize I skipped one twice.
Called it.
No.
It had Kate.
Yeah, so,
Oh, did it really?
Yeah. The chest.
Which chest was it?
The chest. When you go right, where you hit the switch and the chest appears, and you go back across the spikes.
No, I didn't even realize it.
You hit the switch and then never opened the chest the first time.
Oh.
And then the second time, I guess you just had it in your head that you already had that, so you didn't go back.
No, I think the first time I was just a little tilted because I had missed the bomb jump, so I was feeling a little off kilter there. And then the second time I was just in a hurry to get the dungeon done because I wanted to get that green pendant because I had a feeling it was something. So I just didn't even realize I hadn't picked it up.
Well, on a positive note, it didn't end up being anything too important because you did have that Master Sword from Helmasaur.
But yeah.
Otherwise, that could have turned out very poorly.
Yeah, that's very true.
Every other runner also completed Helmasaur on the stream. Yeah.
No, it's been a rough stream.
I saw some exits from the race there.
Yeah, we Professor Pixie did do Smiths almost right away, and took an early kind of I don't want to call it a lead, but just higher item count. And then this seed just did what this seed did, and everybody was just going back and forth doing checks everyone else had already done for like a half hour, 45 minutes. I don't know, how did it feel running through this seed from a runner's perspective?
Honestly, I just kept worrying I was missing something, especially up there in the mountain when I forgot to do Spiral Cave the first time and didn't do Spike Cave the first time. That was actually where I missed the boots up there before I went and got them out of Pyramid Fairy. But
yeah, the Pyramid Fairy play was what we were wondering, but at some point we were thinking there's not really much else you could have possibly done.
No, Pyramid Fairy was the only
play. I think it was last location for me when I did it.
Yeah.
Green Pendant was last location, Pyramid Fairy was last location.
Which I hadn't planned on Green Pendant being last location, but I was out of bombs and I didn't really, at that point I didn't want to have to walk all the way around to do the normal vanilla way again, so I was just hoping that maybe I was wrong and it wasn't something. Then I got Samaria. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go back and finish it now.
Yeah. Trying to think of some of the other ones. The flute in Turtle Rock was something that was interesting to find.
Oh, yeah.
How did that one feel with like 2 items remaining, finding that flute?
I always try to make it a point that if I can get in the Turtle Rock, especially if you can go deep, I usually try to do it because it likes to put stuff in there.
I just do quickly want to comment, Professor Pixie doing a little bit of a different strat with Argus rather than the double spin. She's going with the menu boss version and using the hammer.
Well, menu simulator?
Yeah, so unfortunately with this, you kind of got to keep switching back and forth. It is an one hit for each buff, but a lot of menuing.
Or if you're lucky, you can get two of them grouped together and maybe get a double hit going. Do we know if there was where the fourth sword ended up being?
It could have been one of the 20 green 20s you found in GT, for all we know.
That was my guess, but
That's what we're figuring. We did have some of the other finishers jump into chat right at the end there, and nobody there was one that posted the same 3 locations we did, and everybody decided, someone is saying, one of our runners, who Slumberjack, is saying that it was right side GT.
oh, okay.
No, that works out. Well, I do actually have to bounce. Thanks for the commentaries, and don't forget to give all these runners a follow. Thanks for the good run there, Sean. But it is 12:30 where I live, and I have a day job, so I do need to bounce. I'm going to hop out here. May the Triforce be with all you guys, and good night, all.
Good to see you.
Meanwhile, we're going to watch Pixie go up and do her GT climb. Yeah, there was some little bit of for everybody in all of our pendant dungeons today. For a moment, we were actually discussing what would happen if, instead of boots in that last chest, you found an ice rod.
Ugh.
I don't know if that thought had crossed your mind.
It hadn't. If I had, I probably would have gone and checked Ped first before I made that
you never
call.
checked Ped?
No.
The Ped was a piece of heart.
Okay. No, I never went back up there and checked it. And by the time I went back for Skull Woods, I was in go mode anyway. So
we do have a comment from our first place finisher in chat saying he would have forfeited.
I wouldn't blame them.
No, I wouldn't. I don't blame. Like, we got a number of forfeits throughout this. We've actually got more, at least one more forfeit while we've been talking here. This seed was rude.
A fog.
I think your comment of it was a fake.
Late night seed like that, I don't blame them for not wanting to play it through when you realize all the stuff you're gonna have to go through.
Yeah, even coming from East Coast North American time, you're looking at it's 1:30 in the morning now.
I'm like Kuchiri. I'm at 12:30 myself, so.
No, I'm 1:30. That's how I know that. And I know if you go farther east from me, you can get even 2:30 in the morning, which would be a little late for a run. But still, this has been something. I will say that. So, fortunately, with Professor Pixie having tempered and also not doing right side, we won't see if there was on stream that extra sword.
All right, I believe I'm gonna go ahead and bounce myself.
Okay, well, GG.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
GG's to everyone.
Have a good night.
You too.
So, Professor Pixie, very close to getting to her final big key. To answer a yeah. So we do know that the big key is after Ice Armos. But yeah, to all of our players that have been joining us here in chat, it's GG, congratulations. If you to our viewers who are with us still, if you're liking this, definitely keep an eye out. There should be more of these seeds going. Definitely follow our runners. Like, I can't stress that enough. Follows mean a lot to them. It helps them out. So if you're liking this, please do give them a follow. My co-com was the Kuchiri, so also I've been Zethno throughout this. And Sorcerer Finch and Arturil are our trackers. I'm just going to say commentators. Trackers tonight, and it is a really difficult job that they do that keeps us going here. So, got to give them a shout out. Keep an eye out on all of these speed gaming channels, though. There's a lot of games that always go on. You got speed gaming here on the main and 236. Meanwhile, we just have Professor Pixie climbing the tower. In terms of following, there's a question in chat. All of the links to all of the participants, our runners, and our team here for today are in the chat. But here we go, Professor Pixie with the Ice Armos fight. She has a lot more arrows than Sean did, so we may see some arrows shot here. She does have to be a little bit careful not to run out, though. She's going to need at least 4 arrows in that first room. That, well, we'll see what the plan is here. You can see why arrows are so much easier than using the sword, and you can also see why Sean decided to use the Cane of Vernon. It is significantly easier than slashing that sword all the way through. Professor Pixie also with the 17th check. Now, I'm not sure if I missed the stun prize, if there's a stun prize that was a bow. Yep, she just saw it. I do not believe there are any arrows in this room. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. Off screen, we do have some more finishers. Homemade Beer in 7th, and JP Unari, in 8th. Yep, grabbing the shovel. This is exactly the play. And oh, so confirmation was from one of our runners here. Was stun prize arrows today? I think we commented on it, and we weren't paying attention to that particular aspect. Oh, stun prize is a 10-pack of arrows. That's... Ooh. Stun something. Oh, I think... Yep, there it is. Okay. Even if she knew that earlier, and she must have to go and do that 2.5 hours into a seed like this, it's something you kind of check early once you get a stunning weapon. It's something it's very easy to just forget at this point. You've been thinking about so many other checks, so many other decisions. Okay. The BMOs are being a little annoying here in this room. But come on, Pixie, you've got this. There we go. To answer question in chat, yes, there is a net in hard mode. In hard pool, I mean. I guess you're asking hard pool, I assume. The only thing the hard pool does is it reduces the number of hearts, the number of swords, and the number of mails, and actually the shield. No mirror shield today. As mentioned in chat, the mirror shields can cause a little bit of issues with the lag and other things, so that can actually be nice for runners. It does make it difficult if you're learning the game. Well, if you're newer to running hard, you may not be as comfortable with a few of the things like laser bridge, but those are good things to learn anyways, because a lot of the time you don't have mirror shield, even when you get there. Yeah, great comment from our tracker there. Wishing the powder wasn't still stuck away. Yeah, it's on the library ledge. Nobody really went back for it, and at that point you wouldn't. But it's a good way to get a little bit of extra health as you're climbing the tower, which again on hard mode is a lot better. Ooh, 1 heart. Yeah, to answer a question in chat, this seed was quite a rough seed. Last little bit of a Moldor. That was a good fight right there. Yeah, as a comment from our from Slumberjack, one of our runners, if this was a nobody liked that seed is a good way to put it as well. Yeah, wow. This is one of those seeds where as you're playing it, you're gonna feel like you're so behind. You made so many decisions that don't go anywhere. You just don't realize that pretty much everyone else seems to have done the exact same thing you did. Checked everywhere but these locations that you haven't checked either. And the problem was that there was like 3 or 4 different items tucked away in really awkward locations. So if you got one of them, you didn't get the others. That's unfortunate to hear from one of our runners that they took an unfortunate death. Worst possible death somewhere. Ice Palace? I was guessing? And a very good fight from Professor Pixie. She does finish it up. Going into the Ganon fight. So, as we kind of went over earlier, it will take 12 swipes on phase 1 and phase 2. I hope she still has a potion. Okay, Cape is a good thing to have out in this phase. Phase 3 can be a little bit tricky. Oh, got another fire bat out. If you hit Ganon before that fire bat comes out, Ganon will not put out a fire bat. Okay, so there is a green potion remaining. Okay, so again, we're gonna have to get that small frame window. Ooh! I actually missed that there was no torch glitch. That's gonna be unfortunate. That will make this a little bit more difficult and use a lot more magic. Can switch to lamp, and if she switches to lamp, she'll be fine. It's just a lot, like even one side. It's just going to take a lot longer. Come on. Getting some good hits in here. We're almost there. I wasn't counting, but this has to be close at this point. And yeah, okay. And get your GGs in chat. For Professor Pixie. Who finishes in 9th place with a time of 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 31 seconds. Get your GGs in chat. For all of our runners, this game, we're going to have to close up as this game has gone a little bit longer than we were expecting. So please do give a follow to our runners. They did a great job today, all 4 of them, putting on a good show. Please give some support to my co-com, as the Kuchiri. You've got mine there as well, and Sorcerer, Finch, and Arteril, who are our trackers today. They are part of the reason we can commentate and we can keep this going. Don't forget, if you're interested in watching more of this or maybe other types of games, don't forget to follow this channel, the Speed Gaming channel, on Speed Gaming's 2 through 6. Otherwise, have a good night and hopefully see you at the next race.